regarding choosing the characters, I will recommend to choose the average characters, maybe a P or 80 level hedonist or lawful good. But if it's the different game, the one that will be provided by NEO, that's competitive game, uh, it will simply be named differently, and you can also find that data in the file provided by the IEO data on the FLG 2021. So it's like Dynasty Founder, that's the other name for overprotective family guy. Then there is True uh, Sophalic, it's the other name for Epi, and so on. So you just go ahead and look at those characters. Otherwise, it will be almost the same. So I will highly recommend to choose Epi, 80 level Adenist, or Lawful Good. And also, you see the dreams before you choose the characters, because dreams have different costs. Like 80 level hedonist dream is around 12,000. Then if you look at the other one is 15,000. Then um, for for the lobbies it's almost 25,000. So based upon the dream, just choose based upon the dream and the average one. Just choose your character. So I have now chosen happy. Then I'll just go ahead. You can just adjust these saving levels to any level you want. It's just the income. It's a saving that will go directly to your deposits in each turn. So for example, I have 1000 cash that I will earn in each turn. Then if I put this in 10%, that means my 100 rupees will go to deposit, bank's deposit. And at the end of that turn, when I end the turn, then that 100 rupees will come to my cash. It will not remain in deposit forever. It will come to my free hand cash after the end of the turn. Then again at that turn, 10% of my income will again be deposited in the bank. So then again in the other end of that turn, that money will come to my hand, and 10% of the income of that turn will go to the bank. So it's a cycle. Then about this adjustment, I don't think we need to do anything here. Just make it something like 10% or 15%, something around there. Then just go ahead. Then let's first know about some of the technical parts of this game. So if you click in this picture, you will get to see uh, how your game is being going on. So how is your capital is increasing or decreasing, your points and some safety cushion. Then you will see this life condition. So one of the important part here is that if you do yoga, it will have an impact in your medicine. So if you go for a vacation, maybe if you go for a trip to Iceland, or if you go to the beach, it will have a positive impact in your vacation. Similarly, if you like play games and etc., it might have a positive effect in your fitness and so on. There are some goods and services that if you consume, that will have a positive effect in your entertainment, fitness, medicine, and vacation. And I will not recommend you to reduce the expenses expenses in this. Do not reduce this expense. Okay, if you will be increasing these expenses, it will have positive effect on the life condition. If you reduce this, it will have bad effect. Bad effect will cause some bad effect in your negative impact in your income. And having good effect means a good condition means it will have positive impact in your income. So if you do not have neither positive nor negative, if you just leave the expenses as it is, it will always be in the normal part. So it will neither have positive effect nor negative effect in your uh, income. So I'll just recommend you to live this way, to leave the expenses as it is, these expenses as it is, and later we will consume goods and services, then which will improve the condition from okay to good. Then having that effect will bring positive impact in your income. It means your income will increase in each turn. So that's how you can increase your income one way. Next is the game will simply promote you from part-time jobs to full-time job and so on. And I'll tell some other thing that you can do to increase your income, and which is also given in the same file named IEO data on the FLG. So in the IEO data FLG, in the bottom part there is from the record 46 to 52. Okay, so there is MBA program, professional development program, which you can see in the goods part. Okay, I'll tell about that later. So let's just know about this in this technical part. So if you click on drop down arrow, you'll get to see your portfolio. Having low portfolio about 70% and mid risk about 25 and 5% high risk will help you get some points. So that will be beneficial. And if you go from low risk to high risk, okay, from low risk if you go to high risk and mid risk, that will even provide more points. So maintain this structure, and plus you can just shift from one to another. You do not have to care about this much. Okay, but just simply do not have more high risk, do not have it. So have greater percentage in the low risk and mid risk, then in lower percentage in the high risk. So you can just transition from one to another. Getting transited from one to another will also help you increase your points. Then about the safety cushion, just you can maintain in few part of the game, in few turns, and that will help you get the points in most of the part. So if your safety cushion is maintained, you'll get a point in the first turn. Maintain it in the first turn, maintain it. Then in the next turn, you may or may not, and after each 5 turn or 6 turn you just maintain it, then it's okay, otherwise it's not necessary. Okay, then that's it. Safety cushion simply means that you should have this $500, let's say $500 in either in your free cash, okay, in your wallet, or it must be in your deposit, bank's deposit here, in this bank deposit. Either it must be in your bank deposit or in the free cash. So just try to maintain it in every 5 turns or 6 turns, and do maintain it in the first turn. So that's the basic part. Then this about the personal status. There's this assets and liabilities, and every um, stock you buy or bond indices, anything you buy from stock to crypto can be seen here. And the best part is you will also see the gain or loss that you are making, and what's the expiry date. You can sell it from here itself. If you want to sell, you can sell it from here. You don't have to navigate through the stocks or bonds in order to sell them. And about the liabilities that you will make, it will be listed down here. Liabilities are frequently liabilities in MBA program. MBA program will be a huge huge loan, so that will be listed here if you will be doing a MBA program. Then other than that, I don't think you will use the liabilities. I mean, you will have any kinds of loans. So then moving ahead, income and expenses. You can see the incomes and expenses here. Every time there will be expenses in entertainment, fitness, medicine, and vacation. Also there will be expenses in your transportation. Besides that, in the rent and some of the other expenses that could be like your stocks, bonds, yeah, incomes, commodities. So expenses that you will be doing in this entertainment part, fitness, and medicine part will help you get point. Okay, and if you do expenses in goods and services, that will also help you get points. But the expenditure that you will do in stocks, bonds, indices, commodities, and ETF and crypto will not give you any point. Okay, so that's the part. Then about the dreams. So dream is pre-chosen dream. Do not reject it. If you reject, you will be losing some point. You can add more dream, and I will just recommend like doing some of the cheap dreams, the dreams that are very cheap, because like this is 335, 356,000. I do not recommend that at the first, at the beginning. So you can simply go on like pay a year of care for a Bengal tiger. This is just 3,569. I'll just do that. So do not do so much. Do according to your character. Choose according to your character, and you can also do besides your character too. The game do not have any restriction in that, but you can do a few of them, like 3. Okay, so if you are playing the competitive game that will be provided by IEO, not the demo game, in the original competition, then there will be 2 pre-chosen dream. Try to achieve them. One will be cheaper one, and one will be a little expensive. So try to complete them. You can complete them around like 10 or 20 or 25 turn. Do not do it at the beginning itself. The price can change in between the games, but do not do it at the starting phase itself, because you can invest that money in the other part and get more income. Okay, so that's the instruction that I will tell in the for the dream. So pre-season dream, you can see it's like 0.14 point will be added to your coefficient, in point coefficient. But you can see in the next dream that I have chosen, it will only provide you 0.05. So you are having some additional point here. So that's the reason why you should never reject it. You will not just lose this point, but your uh, point will be negatively impacted by somehow. Like it says that the IO data file also says that if we reject the pre-chosen dream, we will end up losing some point. Okay. Then about the achievements. So achievements are important. So we will not consume the goods and services randomly. We'll consume the goods and services based upon the dream and achievements. So to choose the achievements, so achievements, that's so why you need to look at the characters before you play in the original competition is the achievements and dreams. Achievements, okay, so now dreams might have little changes. The achievements will remain almost same. They will be like body and mind challenge. It will provide you some kind of something like 15,000 flow point in your original competition too. So getting to know about this thing will help you. So you can make plan like if there will be a game, if in my original competition I will choose this character, and in this character if I have to do the achievements, I will do this and this achievement. So you can make that plan prior to the competition. So that's one advantage of like knowing the characters and its achievements beforehand. So among these characters, it's like choose one that has low cost and which provides more flow point bonus. So 45,000 is so high, 30,000 is high too. Then if I go to 36 and 30 and 18,000 is there in 1,000. So just choose one that is uh, low cost and it provides good flow point bonus. And you can also choose that based upon the goods and services. Like if you do yoga class, it will only remain for one ton. You have to do yoga class in each ton. But if you consume like motorbike, it will remain for 4 tons. Like if you consume this, if you buy it in this ton 1, okay, we are in ton 1, then it will remain till ton 4. So about that you can check in by clicking this I button. So about these things like yoga class, how many years does it last? Mountain bike, how many years does it last? These things, this information will also remain same for the your competitive game too. That's the reason you can like research into goods and services and know about them in like uh, in a good way. So that will save your time and that will help you get good score. And because that time is important too, because 1.5 hour it is very difficult to complete all the 30 tons by investing in a proper manner and uh, by saving and by investing in goods and services and by spending in dreams and achievements. That's like a huge task to be done within 1.5 hour. And one of the basic things that I forgot to tell in the beginning is we make sure to complete all the turns, all 30 turns in 1.5 hour. If you just click next turn, next turn, next turn, the points will be increasing actually. So I'll highly recommend that. Okay, if you are like you have 5 minutes remaining and you have 10 turns to complete, do it a little faster. Complete all the 30 turns. So about the achievements, so just we have to choose that is like low cost. I'd highly choose this 18,000. Okay, or let's see, I might choose. So I might choose this one because you can see mountain bike and diving equipment they will have some tenure. Like if mountain bike is 5 years, which we have seen later before I just click that. So you can see due date is 5 years. It will have positive effect in my sport, in my entertainment, and it can be bought 2 times. That means if I buy now, it will remain until 5 ton, and if I buy in 6 ton, it will remain until 10 ton. So after that I cannot buy it. That means I cannot do that achievement after I buy it 2 times, because the bounded buy cannot be bought after the 10 ton, can only be bought 2 times, and I have already bought it from in ton 1 and in ton 6. So that means I cannot complete this dream after my 10 ton. I have to choose other dreams, other achievements that I can do. Okay. So similarly, you can see that the time period equipments, how long can it, how long is its due date? So it's 5 years too. So that means it is providing me good advantage. Like I'm spending 1,300 in this equipments, and they are lasting for 5 tons. Then I just have to spend this, I think, 153 and $89 in each ton, I think, because your class it will only remain for 1 year. And I think it's the same for the music festival ticket too, right? Because if I go to music festival this time, this turn, I have to pay again to go to the next turn too. I will not be provided free ticket. So its due date is 1 year. Okay, let's take for the other one, music festival. I think it's 1 year too. Yeah, it's 1 year. So I'll choose this one. Even though it provides me a low flow point, I chose it because it is providing me a huge cost advantage. Like I'm just spending so low cost in this part. In this part, like I'm just spending this two cost 1,300 and $300 once, and then I'm just spending about $200 in each one. That's a good advantage. Or you can also check the same for the other thing. How many times do I have to buy, and how much does it cost, and how much point does it provide me? Okay, so for 5 tons, like for 10 tons, I'll be getting 15,000, 15,000, 15,000 in each ton, and I just have to spend like $200 in each ton, and at the beginning of the ton, I just have to spend like 2,000 and 2,000. So that is how we can do calculation to navigate through these achievements. Which achievements do I need to try to achieve? Okay, so this is important too. Flow point will remain, cannot change. It will remain constant. So it is very important to have good flow point too. It's important to have the good end point, but it's also important to have good flow point. About the real estate, it's like we don't have very high information about this. How can we use this to get make good profile and get good grade, good points? So one of the basic thing that I will say is, you'll be staying in one of the house, and I think you are currently staying in dormitory. I mean, you are paying some rent, right? I think you are currently staying in dormitory, which you will know. Let me do intern. Just look at the rent in expenses, like here. Slow. So I'm going to the expenses. So you can see the rent here. It has got down $657, and it's dormitory the default dining. Okay. Then yeah, this is it, right? So I'm currently paying $657, and if I buy this house, I don't have to pay this amount. Okay, so it's like 12,000 is current price, and I'm paying 657 every ton. So if it's 30, it's going to be 30 times 657, around that high. Or the rent price will also increase and decrease, so there is changes, and the apartment price and rent price are almost always increasing. That's what you can see, that is what you will observe later in this graph, because this is demo graph. It will remain almost same, and I quite know about these graphs. So however, in the real game too, when I played during my IEO and during some other part of the time, I got to see that in the rehearsal game. Yes, in the rehearsal game and during the IEO game, I found that the uh, price and the rent were almost increasing, and at some time they were decreasing, but later they were always increasing. So I will be paying a huge, I'll be end up paying a huge amount, right? So you can just try to buy either bungalow in Thailand. Do not aim for very high. just aim for like or studio in the country or this dormitory itself, okay, or the bungalow in the Thailand, or you can just simply choose dormitory and studio. Those two, if you add the market price for those two, that will be equivalent to the bungalow in Thailand, right? So you can just try to do that, and so that you do not have to pay the rent price, or you can simply stay in dormitory and pay $657, and you can buy the studio in the country and rent it and earn 824 in each ton. So that will provide you additional income. Okay, so that's one way how you can use the real estate. Okay, about the goods and services, like I have already told you, they play a huge role in the achievement part. You will spend it, that's my advice, spend it based upon the achievement. Do not spend randomly on the goods and services thinking that you will increase the points. Spend them, but spend them based upon the achievements and dreams. So how you can how to navigate through these goods and services? If you click in this icon, you will get all those items that will have positive effect or negative effect in your income. So that means in income, if you buy winery in Napa, it will increase your income, and 100 cow dairy, it will also increase your income, and if you buy your own publishing house, it will also increase your income. One thing before I okay, one thing, if I buy Toyota Spiders, okay, it's a car, right? Or electric scooter, it's a car, right? Sorry, it's a medium of transport, right? So if you buy one of these, it will reduce your transportation cost. That you can see in the income and expenses. I think it's here. Transport expense, that's $58 per ton. So buying one of these transportation vehicle is good. It will simply cut off that $57 which we were spending in each ton in transportation. But you can see that in the maintenance, I think something like maintenance or petrol, okay, diesel cost, you will be bearing $384 in each ton, which is expensive, right? If you are cutting $57 and you are paying you will be in the paying $384. That's like $330 more. So that may not be good. Okay, so if you look at scooter, it's 26. This is a great advantage, right? Buying electric scooter is advantageous to you. Just do that. You can buy electric scooter, but there is some limitation, like in how many times you can buy. You can only be bought to one time, and it will have a due date of 5 years. So do that. Use this advantage once. That's how you can uh, simply benefit, and you can get more point. You will have some savings, like you are saving around $25. So that's $25 times 5. You will be saving like $125. That's nice. That is a good amount of money. BMW is expensive. It's expensive, and it's also causing it's causing outflow of the income, outflow of the money. So that's a disadvantage. That will be, I will not recommend that. And you can see at this part, you can see there's an I in the other part. So this I means this is a dream too. If you can choose this as a dream. So one thing what I will do, what I did and what I will do is I will buy this publishing house, but not now. First I will choose it as a dream here. I'll choose this as a dream because it is a dream too. Can be chosen as a dream, right? So I can simply click here. I can no, okay. So I have to go to dreams. I'll have to choose a dream. Then I'll just go below. I think it's down here or up here. Oh no, this is not one. Publishing house. Choosing a publishing house. I think there's something below there. Not here. It's not here. Okay. Let's look over those. Where is the publishing house? Okay. Yeah, here it is. So buy your own publishing house. I'll first choose it as a dream here. Then I'll go to goods and buy it. Yeah, now I'll go to goods, or you can simply buy it here yourself. You just click here and you can buy it. Or now I'll go to this part. So navigation is little difficult. You can see this website doesn't run very smoothly. There is some problem navigating to it. It's better than before during when we gave our IEO. It's better now. So now I will choose this. I will buy this, and it will provide me money inflow of 7,069 rupees dollar per ton. So I am having one additional source of income. So this is how we can simply increase our income. So, and do not sell it. You can only buy once. If you sell this, you cannot buy again. So just be careful when you are doing that, okay? And you are getting in point bonus too, and you are getting money inflow in each turn. This money inflow can use later to buy some other dreams. And if in the game, in the completed game, the money and the income you are getting will not be same. It can be little bit higher. So you could like aim to buy 100 cow dairy farm and winery in Napa. These will cause you even greater inflow of money, like 30,000. That's a big amount. Aim to purchase 100 cow dairy farm. You'll surely you will surely buy this winery in Napa. Once you buy this, any one of these two, you'll ace the competition. That is the highest point that you can make. Okay. So yeah, and the other thing that you can see here is it is also increasing the in point bonus. This part shows that it is increasing your in point bonus, and you can simply click on one of these things to like get the information in a sorted way. So if I click here F, it will affect in all. If any of these could shows F here, it will affect in the flow point. If I click here, I'll get all these items that will affect in the endpoint, and there is only one of them. Even if I click on yes, I'll get all those things that will affect on my sport, health, entertainment, and vacation. But there is no vacation here, right? So yeah, I'll just choose list some of the items. I'll before appearing the competition, I'll choose some of the items that will like help me increase the um, sport from okay to good, health from good okay to good, and entertainment from okay to good. So for entertainment, I might choose electric scooter because it is also helping me reduce my transport expense, and it is also indirectly affecting in the directly it's directly affecting on the entertainment too, right? Or after I buy it once electric scooter, I will have this positive effect for the 5 tons. After that, I will purchase maybe Super Dream Home Planetarium. That's $115 only, right? And for the health, you can see here it is the setup cosmetic gadgets. It's $269, right? So achieving some completing some achievements like I have see it to you here. It's like set of cosmetic gadgets here. You can see this. In this enjoy yourself, there is set of cosmetic gadgets. So when you buy this cosmetic gadget, when you fulfill this achievement, it is also affecting in your health condition, right? Because set of cosmetic gadget is affecting in your health condition, which you just saw before, right? Health condition. It is affecting your health condition adds positive effect on health. So that means when you are doing some achievements, it is also affecting your health, entertainment, sports, or vacation, and that's affecting your income. So that's one way how you can improve your income indirectly. Then about the services, mm, that's the same thing here. In services too, you will get to see whether it will have positive effect in your income, in the dream, similarly in the flow point, or in the endpoint, or in the endpoint, or in the family life. Sorry, in the sports and etc. Sports, recreation. Okay, so it's recreation, and there's so many recreation here. Recreation means like vacation, so you can just select the one that is very cheap. And health and entertainment. Okay, so entertainment, yeah, there's a big list here, and I would not recommend doing this other part because I don't think they have very big effect in the game. So yeah, the entertainment, I will recommend to do recommend entertainment. You can do this one, magician for the party per hour, this cheap one. Then you can also do one of these like fire show for party, or tarot fortune teller for a party, or hire a bartender for a party. Flying a no flying a fighter jet is expensive. Okay, or you can do this $96 to subscription to the theater. It's good one. Okay, so or you can also do this top level stylish service package for the health. It is also a dream, and it will help you provide additional point, and it will also have positive effect in your health. Okay, so might be you can do this in health. You better do like yoga. One of the thing is yoga, and you can do this one, course of a Thai massage, or course of a Thai massage, which is with how many times can you buy it? You can only buy um, in 3 tons. You can, I think, buy, due date is only 1 year, and I think you can buy as much as you want, or what. I'm not getting about that. I'm not getting the information about that, right? So you can either buy this course of Thai massage, or you can buy like holiday package in a beauty salon. Okay, so that's one example. Then in the recreational, like they are very expensive here. Yeah, weekend at a spa hotel, that's one. Then just do something that is cheaper. Yoga class. Sports. In sports, you can choose yoga class. That's very cheap, and you can also choose this online fitness subscription box. That's $139. And you know, these two where all this blue color highlights that they are achievement. Okay, this blue color shows that they are one of the achievement. So that's one way you can know. And this red color, they show that they are dreams. So that's the one other way that you will know that whether those are achievements or dreams. And in one way you are getting advantages of two things. You are also achieving an achievement, okay, and you are getting effect, you are getting positive impact in your sports, health, or recreational etc things, and that is also increasing your income. Three effects. Okay, so that's a big advantage that you will get, rather than simply playing buying tennis per year. That will simply affect in your sport only. It's good to buy yoga class or online fitness subscription box. So to buy, you can simply click on buy, or you can also click on the shortcut button is also said by the IEO, and it is, I think, Q. You can simply um, click the keyword button Q to buy the items. Okay, Q to buy, if to sell. So I just bought this. You can see the achievements in tick marked here, tick marked, right? And if I do intern, I'll not get this 15,000 point. I'll just get the point that is equivalent to the amount that I spent in this tick mark, and it disappeared, right? That means it only lasted for 1 year. It 1 ton. I bought this on fitness subscription box. It only lasted for 1 ton. I spent $148, and that $114 was multiplied with the flow bonus 1.30, and I got my point. Okay, and that point will not be disqualified. That point will last until the end. That point is constant, that will not change. In each turn, the point that I will earn is the flow point, and that will remain constant, that will not remain change. In all the flow point will be added, and at the end the end point will be added together, and that will make my total point that you can see here. This is my graph right here, and you can see a little bit here. I did that online fitness camp and it was affecting in my sports, right? And so it is a little bit greater here. My spending wasn't very high, so it's not good. If it's good, it will be blue, and if it's bad, it goes to bad, it will become red. You can see something here like I have received one gift. Yeah, I have received one gift. This is my flow point. Okay, so this is my flow point. My payment on fitness was $170, and it was multiplied with the flow point coefficient. And other expenses that I made with these two part, that's my rent expense, and this is my other expense in medicine, sports, entertainment, vacation, and all these expenses were 1,792, and those were multiplied with my flow point bonus, and I got the flow point here. Now I'll just, if you are getting gift here, okay, if you are getting some of the gifts from the relatives, I'll highly recommend to choose it, because till date the gifts are not disadvantageous. They are providing you either free cash or some percentage in the stock, bond, or indices, in any of these things. So that's the reason why you can see I have got free cash of 8,000 and my points have increased. If I go to assets and liabilities and I look there, I have some stocks which I have never purchased, right? So I have purchased, or I have got about 500 stock in one of this market, and 300 from in one of this company is blue, that means matrix is high risk. I have also a deposit of $310. This $310, if $310 which I mentioned earlier, right? I have said that I have to save 10% of my income in the savings. So that 10% was that 10% went directly to the banking here, and it got deposited. If I do intern, that 10% will, that 10% simply, I think that 10% simply came off the bank and it came to my free cash. Okay, and the 10% of my current income was deposited in the bank, and after I do the intern, this 472 will come out to my free cash, and 10% of the income of the 10% of the income of that ton will go to the savings. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate that later by making this all free cash zero. To do this free cash zero, I'll simply invest in this part. So there is no good, there is no any tricks, or there is no any very good guidance to do this, but what I recommend is you navigate to the graph. If it's like going down and down and down, and it's like you think like it will be rising up, if you see the shape like parabola, okay, I used to do that, and I'm saying this is completely based upon your instinct, how you look at that. So okay, so it's like if it is going down, going down, going down, but it is going down a little bit, it is decreasing by small values only, then there is a chance that it will increase. Okay, and it's going up, going up, going up, but it is going up with less, and there is a chance that they could fall. So just predict on the basis of that, but do not spend very high time, because there are so many companies to go through.